All right, here's what we're going to do. Let's get the AZ Firearms cats in here. Let's do this. Let's talk some guns. How about this? Dan Todd, he missed a couple of shows because he was fishing for sharks. And he caught some sharks. That's right. He took his son-in-law with him. Surprised his son-in-law made it back. I ain't going to lie to you. All right, that's coming up next. Right here on Get Outdoors with Mike Russell. KTAR News.
KTAR News on 92.3 FM and KTAR.com.
All right, the Duck Dynasty Season 7 arrives on DVD May 19th from Lionsgate Home Entertainment. It's available anywhere DVDs are sold. The Duck Dynasty DVD includes 20 minutes of never-before-seen-on-TV bonus content. We have a win-win, a chicken dinner of the Round 1. The Round 1 trivia goes to Greg Williams. All right, man. Thanks. Greg Williams had it right. White sea bass. That's what we have. It is a white sea bass. We did have a blue marlin guess. We had a bluefin tuna guess and a bluegill guess. Yeah, 42-pound bluegill. A world record. There we go. No, it was a white sea bass. So, Greg, congratulations. You are now hooked up. Our people will reach out to you this week, and you're going to get your Duck Dynasty Season 7 DVD. Dan and Cheryl Todd from AZ Firearms are here with me. Welcome back. Well, you were here for Mother's Day.
I was. And
he was gone.
He was out gallivanting around.
That's right.
Where were you, Dan? Where were you?
It's hard to say. I'm glad to be back after spending the 10 days in Hawaii, but I'm glad to be back.
Yeah, right.
Did you know we were in Hawaii for 10 days? I got to say that a couple more times. We were 10 days.
I do know this. I do know this.
We were in Hawaii for 10 days.
But 5 hours of shark fishing.
5 hours of shark fishing. Now, to me, when I hear 5 hours of fishing, it doesn't seem like enough to me. It doesn't. So, but 5 hours, you guys were pulling in some sharks. What kind of sharks were you guys pulling in?
They were
some makos, or okay, there were some sharks. The ones that bite you.
Sandbar sharks are what they were.
Okay.
And I'll tell you, after 4 hours of doing that, you're done.
Yeah, you don't need a fifth hour, really.
But we had to help each other.
So you were out there with your son-in-law. Now, by the way, if my father-in-law ever asked me to go shark fishing, just me and him at night, I'm not going. I'm not coming back. I know I'm not coming back. I know it's like gas up the dinghy with Fredo. You are dead to me.
Out.
I did check
only
his life.
Comes back.
His life policy wasn't that great.
Oh, but what was that like? I mean, what were you guys using, bait, and what were you doing?
We used fish bigger than what I normally catch.
Okay.
So I don't know what they were. But
they were live. Were they live fish?
No.
Okay.
We cut them up, made them stinky, and threw them out there.
Just chumming them out there.
We tried one spot, didn't do well. Moved to another spot, and they just kept hitting like crazy. It was awesome. Great experience. I recommend it to anyone who's going to Hawaii to go shark fishing.
All right.
Now we released them. We didn't. We just got them to the side of the boat and let them go.
Yeah.
So they don't like you taking the fish out of the water.
Sure. And then you're there on vacation. It's kind of a rough deal. And what are you going to do? You're going to send it home, this and that. So yeah, it's just the basically the thrill of the catch. And when those things hit, did it just scream? Was it just? Zzz?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was awesome. And get to Cheryl to cook on a vacation, that ain't happening.
Not going to happen?
Not happening.
Not good for you. Way to stick to your guns. I wouldn't. Speaking of guns, by
Take
the way.
me
See what I
out.
did there? See what I did? Speaking of guns?
Oh, nice.
602-277-5827 is the number. 602-277-KTAR. Any questions that you have for Dan and Cheryl Todd from AZ Firearms? I want to jump into this because, Cheryl, you brought this to me. It was very interesting because I am guilty of this.
As am I.
I have an outdoor show. I use guns. I love guns, and I am guilty of getting some of the gun terms wrong. And let me tell you something. 411-923, the texts that come in, I am quickly corrected. So I'm getting better at it.
Our community. We're just looking out for you.
Yes. Yeah. Thanks, Cliff Clavin. Appreciate it. Well done. The Guns and Ammo brought this to your attention. The 9 most misused gun terms.
Yes. I thought, what a fun title.
Yes, because it's rampant.
It is. And, we have a gun shop. You have a show and you talk about guns all the time. We have a shop.
Yeah.
And we still mess up these terms. And where my office is between our two businesses. We got the auction house on one side and the gun store on the other side because my office is in a hallway because we're big time like that.
Yes.
And I listen to the professional people that know guns all day long misusing these terms. And I thought, well, what a fun topic because, nobody's going to scorn you if you come in and use the wrong term, but it's just kind of fun to drill it down a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'm a big Scrabble nerd. I'm a big word nerd. So I kind of like to play with things like this. So the big one that I constantly misuse. Everybody raise your hand out there if you confuse magazine and clip.
Me.
Yeah.
Me. Do it all the time.
Right? So the magazine,
Yeah.
that is what most people are going to encounter and most people are going to use in their semi-automatic firearm. So it's the little boxy thing. It's got a spring inside, and you have to shove the
And I know that you
ammunition.
Yeah, because it's tough sometimes.
It hurts your thumb, it breaks a nail, but I'm a girl. So anyway, you load that up, that slams into the bottom of your semi-automatic pistol or your rifle, and that's where the ammunition
And that's
comes
a
in.
magazine.
It's a
So then what the heck
magazine.
is a clip then?
A clip, and this is harder to visualize, but it is a thin piece of wire. That's all it is. It's not enclosed in any way, and you slide, again, got to kind of hurt your finger a little bit, but you got to slide the ammunition up this clip, and a clip actually feeds a magazine.
Oh, okay.
A magazine feeds a gun.
Interesting.
How
Okay.
about that?
There
what
you have
Cheryl's
it.
not telling you.
Uh-oh.
She's not telling you.
Now
is
he's going to
that
clean it up because I probably screwed it up.
when we go
All right,
shooting,
Dan, the expert man, go.
when we go shooting, Cheryl knows what a magazine is because she's the one's loading them.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Wah.
There you go. Nice. All right.
That's often true, but it's okay. It's fun.
Here's the important part there is that, look, I get it. There are some that stick to these terms, and it is law to stick to these terms. And I understand that we are dealing with tools that we need to use proper safety around. So proper terminology is probably important.
Absolutely.
But nobody's going to smack you down if you call a magazine a clip. No one's going to. Just please. And by the way, you're at the wrong gun shop if that's the case. If you're getting made fun of because you called that a clip and it's a magazine, probably not in the right spot.
You're exactly right. However, the next term we're going to talk about, we just, we are trying to make clear and have clarification on, and we do think there needs to be a smackdown on, and that is
Assault weapon.
Oh, assault. That's right. The assault rifles and the assault weapons.
AZ Firearms has over 1,200 guns, but we do not have any assault weapons in our store.
And
I
why
hate
would that be? Clarify that for
I
us.
hate that term. Assault, to me, when you assault somebody, when you're going after somebody, and our guns aren't sold to do that. Our guns are to defend, to sport shoot, to enjoy and collect. So it becomes an assault weapon when somebody uses it to assault somebody, but so does a towel or a fishing line or a
length
knife
of
or anything
rope
else.
or a
right?
steak knife
Exactly.
out of the
Assault
drawer.
knife.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the news put this out. I think it started in the mid 80s. They
Okay.
said that assault weapon, and one of the references they use is like an AR-15, assault rifle 15, which that's not what it means.
Wrong.
Right. Assault rifle is not the term. It's Armalite rifle. They are the ones that designed in the 50s for Vietnam the M16 style rifle. So AR is Armalite rifle. So the news got a hold of it. Says assault rifle.
Assault rifle. Yeah,
Right.
because if it bleeds, it leads. We're going with that one. That sounds scary.
Sure, or
Yeah, scare the
automatic
pants off
rifle.
them.
So I do get. I mean, it's not like we're going to spank you or scold you when
Okay,
you
good.
walk in our store and say assault rifle. But I really don't like that term. I mean, it's.
But you probably hear it when you're
Oh,
talking. And I think even gun people would say. And when I say gun people, gun-friendly people that are not anti-gun, probably use that. I'm looking for an assault rifle. They're looking for an assault rifle because that's what they've been conditioned to say when they see this.
Exactly.
It's the look of the rifle, really, is what
Yeah.
it is.
And we don't correct them. We don't. We don't scold them or anything. We just say, yeah, okay. Well, we have the AR-15s. We have. What are you looking for? M16. What are you looking for? But I just don't like the term.
Right.
So.
And we're talking with the AZ Firearms crew about the most commonly misused terms in the gun world. 411-923. You can text your questions or call at 602-277-5827. Here was a question that came through. What is armor piercing really a thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Armor piercing was designed to pierce armor.
Okay, got it.
And
yes.
it's
Check.
a military bullet. It's a steel core, usually steel core. I think there's tungsten cores too, but they are used and designed for going through armor plate.
Okay.
Tanks,
And
things like
is that something, there was some green tip ammo, I think that's where the question came from. It was this green tip ammo. So do I go into a gun store and say, I want armor-piercing bullets?
Green tip ammo is not armor-piercing bullet. It's not armor-piercing.
Right, but they were trying to ban it as, right?
Right.
And when I say they, I mean the Obama administration.
Right, it's just their next step. But green tip ammo is a heavier bullet. It's 62 grain, where a normal bullet's 55. But
Okay.
it's not steel core or anything like that.
So essentially, though, my if I load up a 180 in my 30-06, that's essentially it can be armor piercing, right? So
Sure.
what they're doing is just going after ammunition. Essentially, is what's happening.
Yes, that's what they're doing, and they mislead. Again, they're mislabeling. That's what we're trying to inform everyone that green tip is not armor piercing, assault rifle is not an assault rifle, that type of thing.
Right. Okay. So we cleared up assault rifles. Cheryl, what's next on this list here?
Next on the list is what they've written is pistol versus handgun, but Dan kind of wanted to go deeper into that because honestly, those two terms can be interchangeable. I mean, if you can hold it in your hand, then is it a pistol? Is it a handgun? But then he wanted to expand on it and talk about, well, there is a difference between a semi-automatic handgun and a revolver, of course, and some people don't know the difference between those two.
The ATF requires us to specify a gun by revolver or by pistol being a semi-automatic. They're still handguns.
Correct.
In our language, talking day to day, it's a handgun, whether it's a revolver or a pistol in my book.
Right.
But legally, a pistol is a semi-automatic, or more to define that, a revolver is a gun with a cylinder.
Now, to complicate things, there is a technical term with the BATFE, I believe, that will call a rifle length firearm a pistol.
Yes. It's not really a rifle length. That's a hard one.
It's like a long-barreled
Yeah,
pistol.
right.
But if you saw it sitting on the shelf, you'd say it's a rifle.
Right.
But it has a pistol grip, and it meets just these. Yeah, it meets just these certain criteria, very technical. So people can be, confused by a lot of these things. But the next one is.
Well, before we go there, I wanted to say that there's a lot of different technical issues. There's any other weapon. There's NFA. All that, and I hope that we're going to have a show on that soon to clarify all those types of firearms.
And let's keep doing that. Let's keep clarifying this when we come back. And I'm telling you, I'm excited to get these down because I get a lot of the questions, and sometimes I get a smackdown, not from AZ Firearms, obviously. Big shout out to Henry, by the way. He said, so it's not 16 in the clip and 1 in the hole. Warren G, regulate. Ha! How about that? Warren G reference on Get Outdoors. Coming up next.
Get Outdoors, KTAR News on 92.3 FM and KTAR.com.
That song puts me right back in the frame of mind I need to be in. I was a little derailed there for a second. All right, Duck Dynasty Season 7 arrives on DVD May 19th from Lionsgate Home Entertainment. Available anywhere DVDs are sold. The Duck Dynasty DVD includes 20 minutes of never-before-seen-on-TV bonus content. How about that? And our first winner was Greg Williams. He gets himself a copy. How about that? That's good stuff. I have the AZ Firearms crew with me here, and Dan and Cheryl, we were talking about the different terms that are misused in the firearm world. And I'm just going to go with the basics. It came in on 411-923. And if you have a question for them directly, 602-277-5827 is the number. Let me ask you this, because you're AZ Firearms.
Yes.
Guns, firearms.
Yeah.
That's what you're a gun shop.
Yep.
Or a firearm shop.
Yep.
Am I wrong on one of those two accounts, or am I good? Am I good just saying that? Yep, they got a gun shop.
You are perfectly correct on both of those. What we feel we are not, is not a weapons store.
Ah,
all
okay.
Right? So
very good to know.
Even using, CCW, that's your concealed carry weapons permit.
Mm-hmm.
We really grade against that term weapon because it's not a weapon until it's being used as such.
Okay.
Just like we were saying earlier, the steak knife in the drawer, it's just a knife. It's just an instrument. Now, if somebody comes attacking you and you pick it up and use it as a weapon. Now it's a weapon, but not until then. So guns, firearms, we're good with all of that. But, assault weapon, as we were talking about, assault rifle, the word weapon, that one, we'd prefer you don't.
Got it. And real quickly, can I take care of some housekeeping real quick?
Please.
You have an event coming up for the Chidgens.
We do.
All right, for the youngins.
Yes, the Eddie Eagle program. We've got it on the calendar, June 9th. And I don't really have a great place for you to sign up yet, but please email Mike at the show, and we will get you all the information because it's on the calendar, but all the details about the time of day and all that we're still working out.
Okay.
Mike Abramovich, who is a certified NRA instructor extraordinaire. He is the person that I got my CCW, or my concealed carry firearms license through.
There you are.
Known him for at least a decade. Great guy, excellent teacher. He's going to come out and teach the young ones
How young?
Preschool to third grade.
Third grade, okay.
And the general message for Eddie Eagle is if you see a firearm lying about anywhere on the playground, in your own home, in your friend's home, you stop, you don't touch it, and you turn away, run away, and you go tell an adult. And so that is the message for that age. Don't engage the firearm is what we're trying to tell them. But there's a fun little song.
Yes, no, I know. It stayed in my head for a week, Bree. Look, Bree's pushing. Here we go.
Run away.
Everybody sing.
Run away. Tell a grown.
Hey, the kids get into it. The kids do get into it.
It's very catchy. They've just updated the little cartoon, and so Eddie Eagle now has a whole team of wingmen, wing friends, that come along to help tell the story. And I just think it's an excellent program. And then we've got an adult program coming up later in the summer in August that's Refused to be a Victim, that may or may not even pertain to firearms. It just is about being safe in all of your different environments, work, home, getting in and out of your car, online, everything. And so what we need to do is find a middle program, and I'm sure Mike has one. I just haven't quizzed him yet because I think your beautiful wife, Jody, was asked recently. I have a 10-year-old.
Yes. Right.
What do we do for my 10-year-old? And I know there's a program. I just don't want to say the wrong name, so tune in soon.
We had Mr. Potter on. We had from
Rob Potter from Shoot Right.
That's right, Rob Potter from Shoot Right. That is we'll get him back in too because he's teaching kids with airsoft guns. He's teaching proper use, handling, things like that. So we need to get him on as well. What you got, Bree?
Well, we had one caller call in, Mike. He was a little shy, but he wanted to ask you. Oh, that's all good.
Totally
I'll take care of it for you.
You got it.
So he was asking the make and model of an AK-47. Which one would you recommend and why? Because there's ones that come from different parts of the country.
That's a difficult question. We probably have 7 or 8 different types in our store. So come in and we'll see what fits you best. There's some shorter ones, longer ones, short barrel, long barrel, folding stock.
Yeah, it's what you need it for. It's what you're comfortable with. Right.
They all pretty well work well. I don't know of a bad one. I mean, I would try to get an original gun versus an import, or like a Century Arms, things like that. I mean, they're not bad either, but we have guns that are really high dollar guns that will work forever. So. And
there are AKs made in the U.S.
Yes, there are AKs
They're
made in the U.S. Yep.
Just imports.
Right.
Okay, now going back to that, because AK, people see an AK and they think, what are we taught by the cable news networks to think?
Assault weapon.
An assault weapon. Dun, dun, dun.
No, it's
when
just
it's not.
a really reliable firearm.
Yeah.
There's a video online. I still haven't seen it, but a friend of mine is constantly recommending it. It's called My Dirty Little AK. And it's it makes you go, what? But it's about how stop laughing.
That's funny.
It's about
sounds like a night show.
Hey now. Hey, it's a family show.
It's like, what was it? Timex takes a licking and keeps on ticking. It's the kind of gun that you can just throw in a puddle of dirt, a puddle of mud, and it'll come out firing. Am I correct about that?
Yes, you can bury them in sand, pull them out, and shoot them. They're amazing guns.
Okay, all right, and that's, by the way, when we talk about the assault rifle and things like that, and the assault weapon, this is just the same as it's just not a bolt action. It's the same as maybe a semi-auto 30-06. It's one trigger pull, one projectile ejected. Correct?
Exactly right.
Okay. So it's not this. It's a complete misconception that's been thrown to us by a lot in the media, right?
Very much. It's driven politically and then perpetuated by the people in the media. A lot of times they don't have the time really to dig in and do their investigative reporting. It's kind of like, quick sound bites and move on to the next thing. But people that really are in the know and people that are in the business and people that are very concerned about preserving our Second Amendment rights, it matters. Know what you're talking about, please.
Here's a quick question that came in 411923. Can a convicted felon who has had the right to possess firearms restored by the state of Arizona legally purchase a firearm, and how?
Yes, he can, as long it's not by the state of Arizona, though. He has to be by a federal.
Okay, this would be a
It's a federal law, so it's a federal.
Okay.
If the judge releases him of that, then he can buy a gun just like he restored his rights. He can buy anything.
Is there any documentation needed, or is it done through the background check?
When he does the background check, he has to have that proof that he has been restored. His rights been restored.
He or she.
He or she. There she goes. See?
Keeping us honest.
Keeping us honest. I see how you. And by the way, like I said last week, women are coming up in the shooting world, by the way, so guys, get ready. It's on
pew,
like
pew.
Donkey Kong. Yeah, pew, pew. I like that. We're going to get back to eating some of this Rudy's barbecue that was brought in, by the way, and you got to get down to one of the locations. This is their Cup for a Cause, benefiting 3 great charities in our veterans and our heroes. Coming up next, Operation Game Thief. That's right, Operation Game Thief. Your questions getting answered next.